Hey guys, the 5 here, and we are back with season number 2 of our Marseille career mode on FIFA 20. We're checking out the budget. We have got 42 million, but if you remember last year, we completed all of the season objectives, which meant we could get the Scout Future Star or the Financial Taker. We went with the latter, and now we have 94 million euros. Well, we'll round it down. We're trying to get an even split between the budget and the wages, so we have around 80-ish million euros. Not too bad. And we're going in for the first player. This was recommended in the comments. It is Odsone Edouard from Celtic. He's a very clinical finisher, doing very well in the league in real life right now. 78 overall, 22 years old, and he is round. Well, they want 22 million. We're trying to negotiate with them, get a bit less, but in the end, we just go to their demands. I think it's a fair price for a quality player that will have a very bright future for us at Marseille. He's only 22 years old, so he's much younger than both of our other strikers in Bakambu and Olivier Giroud. He wanted an important first team role. We gave it to him. 4 years, we gave that to him. I accidentally gave him a release clause. We'll remove that next time we offer him some wages. We gave him a slight wage increase, a goal scoring bonus of 1 million if he gets 25 goals. He deserves that. If he scores 25 goals, he deserves at least 1 million. So yeah, very proud to say our first official signing of the transfer window is Edouard. That's just a placeholder number. We'll go through the numbers at a later date, but you can see here, we're going in for this guy called Diego Rossi from LAFC. All the way from America. He's not American though. I think he was Argentinian or Uruguayan, but he's a left winger, 75-year-old, 22 years old, and you can see his release clause. What we did is we went to negotiations. We knew that he had a release clause on him, so we knew that we could get him for cheaper than that. We did so. We're going to offer him rotation, 5 years at the club, and a very large increase on his wages. He's only on 8.2 out in America. He's coming over to France, over to the Ligue 1. And he is going to get 30k with a nice little signing on bonus. For some reason, Daniel Farker was his agent. But you can see here, he's got some very nice stats. He's got a very high potential. So in the future, he will only get better and better. But he will go into he's going to go into the first team ahead of Marin and Payet. And again, we're going for once again, doing the old technique of the release clause. 20 million is the max that we're going to bid on this guy because that is his release clause. We offer 14.5, which is his current value. They want 24.4. We bump it up again and again. But in the end, we walk away and we go and send out some scouts. You can see there we've got 3 5-star scouts. I had a bit of money left over at the end of last season. So all I did, I hired and fired scouts till I got 5-star ones. If you think that's cheating, fuck off. But we do offer in for Hernandez. We pay his release clause, which is less than what they wanted for him. He is on 34k per week. We're going to give him an important first team role with 4 years on his contract. Only 22 years old. Every player we've signed so far has been 22 years old. He wanted a wage decrease. I didn't want to take advantage of the broken wages, basically. So we're going to give him 50k, 200k signing on bonus. He accepts that contract straight away. He will be joining us here in France. And if you remember, we signed Theo Hernandez at Lille last year, and he was incredible. So we made 3 signings. All of them are 22. All of them are very high potential players. And 2 of them will go into the first team. So as I said, numbers. Edouard is going to get number 19. Rossi is going to get number 7. I know. Very high praise. Hernandez is going to get number 3. And we're also going to change Florian Thauvin to number 11. We're going to go from 26 to number 11. A very prestigious number for a lot of clubs, number 11. But the first game of the season, and it's going to be the only game in today's episode, is going to be against Lille. So we're kicking off the season with a very difficult game. It's at home, so that kind of takes away some of the difficulty. But still, we're going to have to be on top of our game to defend against Osimhen, Aikone, and Bamba. As the first chance comes 2 minutes in, Santon is played through by Thauvin, trying to sneak one in at the near post, but Maignan has got that one covered. No way he's going to let us score against him that easily. He's been linked with Chelsea in real life, Maignan. So I'll have to keep an eye on him in real life because obviously I'm a Chelsea fan. But we're very sloppy in defence there. We give the ball straight to Osimhen. And on his day, he probably would have finished that one. If it was its 88 rated Future Stars card from Ultimate Team, That would have went in. But 27 minutes into the game, Rongier receives the ball. He's going to thread it through to Cedric Bakambu, looking to get his first goal of the season. He's got the pace of a Fonte, and he's being so unselfish there. He plays the ball across to Diego Rossi to allow the youngster to get his first goal in the Marseille colours. Very, very, very nice deed there by Bakambu, helping out his fellow teammate to just get off the mark, give him a bit of confidence, and it won't go unnoticed. We'll give him a 50 quid or something. But Magnan there rushes out, denies Bamba of the shooting opportunity very, very nicely. As once again, Bamba down this left-hand line. He's got Sakai for pace, definitely. 3 men in the middle to aim at. Great blocks. Poor blocks there by Sakai, but he wins the ball there off of the defender. Wins it back off of Bamba. And because Bamba's absolutely knackered, he can't keep up with him. But Sakai's got the stamina for days. He's got men ahead of him to aim at. He goes centrally to Rongier. Rongier finds Sansone up to Bakambu. Bakambu holds it up, plays it back to Sansone. It's going to be thread through to Rongier. And I'm just asking the question, is this Marseille or is this prime Barcelona with some of them passes there? Because we are playing incredible. You know, it's French for incredible. Incredible. But just before half-time, Osimhen looks to get his name on the score sheet. He plays the ball to Andrade. Andrade to Ikone. Tries to cut past his man. Does so nicely. Into Bamba. Bamba's going to hold it up and play it through to Xhaka. Back through to Osimhen. First shot blocked. Second shot well saved by Mandanda to deny them the chance of getting the goal and keeping ourselves in contention of the clean sheet. Rongier charging forward here. He's got a man in the aim at in Sansoni. He plays it through to Thauvin. He's going to cut inside on his left foot. Strikes it, trying to sneak it in at the near post. Obviously, you would have thought that would go for the back post. Tried to sneak it out at the near post, but it didn't quite work out. As we're going to make some substitutions, we're going to bring on some fresh legs, some people making their debuts, and it is going to be good. 76 minutes into this game, Deluc coming on for his debut. Also, Edouard coming on for his. He plays the ball to Sansone. He's going to play out wide to Theo Hernandez. He's got a whip on him. Whips it across. Just the slightest of touches there by Edouard. And it just went wide of the post, denying him the chance to get his first goal on his debut. But we're not done there. Thauvin plays the ball through to Edouard. Little bit too much on that one by Thauvin, and it goes straight into the path of Magnan. He rolls it out for Font. Font plays a really poor pass through to Thauvin. Rossi through to Edouard. It's that exact same position as that header just went, just wide of the post. Pretty much skimming the post there, denying him the chance of making it 3-0 and getting his first goal for the club. 2 minutes left in this game. Deluc plays to Edouard. Edouard to Rossi. Down to Rongier. Back inside to Rossi. He's going to cut it back inside to Rongier. First time to Edouard. And that is the third time he's put the ball there, denying him the chance of the first goal of his career at Marseille. But we do win the game 2-0. We beat Lille on the opening day. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.